Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. Today is Friday, and on Fridays, I always do my challenge, my Friday challenge. And basically, what I do is I ask you, the comic community, to show your best within a theme. So the theme could be like last week, it was George Perez covers, and this week it's going to be something new. So I want to show you the winner from last week. And it was this one right here. Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 7, which is a really great cover. This would have been my second choice from the ones that I showed last week. The one I actually liked better was Wonder Woman number 1, but this one is the one that you guys chose. I always have a survey that I ask you guys, which one do you like the best? And this one got by far the most votes. So I think it is a great cover. So yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths number 7 by George Perez. Really great, iconic cover from him. So this week, what are we going to do? So it's a new theme, and it's going to be photo covers. So sometimes on comics, instead of doing like some art, they put a photograph on the cover. And I wanted to pick some really cool photograph covers that showcase this genre of cover art. So first one is maybe not the best photo cover, but it is a cool comic nonetheless. And that's kind of why I'm putting one on the list. And it's at the bottom of the list because it isn't maybe the best of covers, but it is a cool comic nonetheless. And stuck in the plastic. So I thought I could get it out of the plastic, but I can't. And it's this one, Justice Traps the Guilty, number 13. And the reason this is kind of cool is you got this guy on the cover, and he's being arrested by 2 police officers. One has an axe. I just thought that was kind of cool. But the reason this one is kind of on my list at all, it's not the best of photo covers, I would say. But it is a cool comic in the regards that it is mentioned in the Seduction of the Innocent. So it's kind of cool for that reason. So this is just a good example of a golden age photo cover. Okay, the next one is another golden age one. And this is one I love this book. so if I'm going to do photo covers, I have to include this book. So this is Tim Holt, number 6, and this is the first appearance of Calico Kid. That's why I like it. The Calico Kid later becomes Ghost Rider. So to me, this is like kind of a cool first appearance. And it's the thing that I like about it in terms of photo covers is it's that typical Western photo cover, where you got the whole thing, like you got the whole Western guy going on. He's got the gun on his side. He's got the handkerchief. He's got the cowboy hat. He's got the red shirt going on, the blue jeans. And then he's, leaning against a wagon, just looking off into the sunset kind of thing. I just like, and it's a prairie scene too. There's just, to me, this is kind of that iconic Western photo, and I just like it for that reason too. So this is Tim Holt number 6, and it's number 9 on my list. Now, if you know anything about me, you'll know that I like my sexy women. And one of my favorite sexy women is Vampirella. Actually, she's my favorite character of all comic characters. I really like Vampirella. So there was a series that is actually really new. This is a pretty new series. You can probably pick this up like at your comic shop. These are not back order even. These recently came out, and I thought they were really kind of cool. They're photo covers, and I'm going to show 2, even though I'm going to count it as 1. And it's issues number 3 and 5, and it's this one, Vampirella Unholy Dracula, and this is issue number 5. And the reason I like these photo covers, and this is the favorite of the 2 for me, so I'll show you this one and issue number 3. You can see. So the reason I like this one better, actually, is it kind of reminds me of her first appearance. The very first appearance of Vampirella on the cover, she's standing in front of a full moon, and that's what this is. And you get the bats as well. The reason I like these covers so much, though, is her outfit is painted on in blood. So I just think that's just so kind of cool idea that I like it. So this is Vampirella Unholy Dracula, number 5. And this is number 8 on my list. So I just like these cosplay covers, kind of sexy, kind of fun. But the next one is also in that theme of cosplay covers. And I just think it's a cute, fun cover. I just like it. There's another one that's similar that I kind of like as well, but I couldn't find it. So I'm still searching for it. I don't know where I put it. But it's another one where she's under a Christmas tree. But this one I thought was kind of cute and fun. It's a little bit playful. And she's just like doing the typical barbarian thing, you know, eating a big slab of meat and drinking some wine. So and then she's wearing her typical sexy red Sonya outfit. So I just like this one. I didn't pay $10 for it. Actually, I got it for $6. So $6 US, I should say. So I thought that was kind of nice. And it's like the Virgin variant. I forget what issue this is. It's like Red Sonya something or other. But it's just a great cosplay cover. That's number 7 on my list? Wow. Okay, so we're working our way up. Next one is one that I think is just fun. If you're an 80s TV guy, like I was basically raised by the television as a kid. One of the kind of big popular shows in the 80s was Elf. He's like this kind of Muppet-like character, and he would eat cats. That was kind of a thing he did. It was just a really fun, silly show. This is Elf number 1, and it has a great photo cover. But the reason I like this is there's sort of an interaction between the comic and the photo cover. So you got Elf in front of, like, as drawn as a comic. He's looking at his own picture, and he's saying Robert Redford. He's so sexy guy. You know, he's very modest. So I just think it's just a really great photo cover. So this is Elf number 1. It's number 6 on my list. I have sort of another thing, like as I was raised by TV, one of the things that they would do I only had 2 channels growing up. I was very limited. I was very poverty TV kind of guy. I just lived in the country and we couldn't get access to cable. It was really sad. All my friends could get cable. Like the cable literally ended like maybe like 200 yards away from my home. So it was like, that's as far as we'd go out. It wouldn't make it to my home. So all my friends had cable. I did not have cable. And I was like, so they would be like going on about TV shows and all these things that I couldn't see. So, but the 2 channels that I had were like, they would always play like old movies at night. So I'd watch all these old movies. And a character, a woman, that I kind of liked from the golden age of cinema is Dorothy Lamour. And I just like these kind of sort of 40s kind of sensuous like photo covers. And again, it's kind of like, you know, it's a jungle princess thing going on, and you got the little cartoon but cinema kind of style at the bottom. So this is Dorothy Lamour number 2, which is really the first of this title. It's actually like there was an earlier book, but I think it was just Jungle Princess. But this is Dorothy Lamour when it actually got the official title. So this is number 2, issue number 2, even though it's really number 1. So just a really cool photo cover. I just like that 40s style. Something about women from the 40s it really appeals to me. I'm not sure. What do you think? Do you like that sort of golden age style? I don't know. But I really like it for some reason. Okay. Now, another thing that I collect, and people always ask me, what do you collect? You seem to collect everything. Well, I collect a lot of different things. And one of the things that I do collect is homage covers. I love my homage covers. Especially to cool movies. And one of the cool movies growing up that I watched in the 90s was Pulp Fiction. So I collect Pulp Fiction homage covers. And I just love this one. This is Gen 13. And this is like a really great homage cover. It's like a photo cover. I also like when the character, just like I showed with the cosplay ones, when they have like a real person play the character, you know, kind of gives you a sense of what they would look like if they were a real person. So this is Gen 13. I believe it's number 1, but it's like a cosplay variant of Pulp Fiction. And I think it's really cool. Especially I like the fact that they really tried to capture the movie poster for Pulp Fiction. And they have like a lot of cool details. Like, you know, in the cover for Pulp Fiction, she's reading some magazines or books. But it's Gen 13 that she's reading. I think that's kind of interesting. A little bit of breaking that fourth wall kind of stuff. So I really like that. So Gen 13, the Pulp Fiction variant. So I like that one a lot. Okay, so we're getting down to my last 3. And so these are big books in terms of coolness. This one okay, my channel is Comic Collector Geek. So I gotta live up to that title. I was a total Trekkie as a kid. Like, I just love Star Trek. And so I gotta include Star Trek because they had some really awesome photo covers. The early issues of Star Trek from Gold Key were pretty much all photo covers. Then they got into some painted covers later. But the first few were always these kind of cool photo covers. And one of my favorite is the first one. I was a big Spock fan. I like Captain Kirk. I liked all the characters. They were just so great. But I think this one's really great. It just has all of the classic things about the show. And it has this, just the way that art is set up around it, like the way that they kind of lay out the photos, it kind of gives me that 60s vibe. You know, like the late 60s. This is like 68, I believe, or 67. You got Spock, you got Captain Kirk, you got Sulu. It would have been just slightly better if it had McCoy on it. But you got the Enterprise as well at the top there. So this is Star Trek number 1, but it's also really great because it's a wraparound, kind of. It has a photo on the back, is what I'm trying to say, and it's a really great Captain Kirk photo. So this is 2 for 1, cover. So you got the front cover, which is cool, and then you got the back cover, which is a really great William Shatner photo. So I really, really like that one. And that's number 3 on my list. Now, number 2 on my list is a really great book. This is one that I'm not even sure if by the time you see this, I would have done the unboxing that has this in it, but I got it recently, and I'm posting the unboxing either before this or after this airs, but you'll see it eventually, and you'll be like, oh, hey, I saw that book. Sort of Twilight Zone. But sometimes I record these and they're in different order. So, but this book is a really great book. It is considered maybe one of the most sought after photo covers because of the photo. You'll see what I mean when I show it. It is funny. Okay, this is the Rifleman number 10. Okay, and it's just one of those really bizarre covers. I'm gonna actually take it out of the plastic because you can't really see it that well. And it is just such a bizarre cover. You get this man here, and you got this boy, and he's carrying like a bunch of logs. But the way he's carrying them kind of looks like it's part of the man. And they're looking up at, like, they're looking at each other with this kind of weird, like, expression on their face. It's just, this is considered like one of those weird photos that is very inappropriate. like child grooming or something. So it is like one of those notorious covers. And it's the Rifleman number 10. And what does it say? It doesn't even say. Just Chuck Connors and Johnny Crawford photo cover. So it's just a really quirky, fun cover that a lot of collectors seek out. Like the Rifleman series, not that pricey of a book, like books from the Golden Age, but this book is sought after by collectors, and it's just one that has that quirkiness that collectors seek, and it's just a funny one. I think it's hilarious, actually. So that's number 2 on my list. Number 1 on my list, a bit of Canadiana, because it has a Canadian model, and it is one that I just really love. I love this cover. I love this comic. This is one that I wanted to get for a while, and it's a really hard book to find. It's like almost impossible to find, and it is a brilliant cover. This is Reformed Schoolgirl. It's a photo cover with, she's a Canadian figure skater, actually, but they have her kind of wearing this kind of very slutty, I don't know what other word to use. Promiscuous, maybe, cover. And this book was also mentioned in the Seduction of the Innocent. And the reason it was mentioned in the Seduction of the Innocent is for this cover. It has like this thing where they feel like the writer, Frederick Wortham, felt like this was kind of trying to seduce school boys into like some sexual deviancy. So Reformed Schoolgirl. And it's just a really great cover. You got this kind of broad, I guess, is what they would have called her in the back in the 40s or 50s. And she's just looking very very trashy, and it's just, she's got the cigarette dangling from her mouth. She's kind of bent over a bit. She's kind of putting up her stockings, or maybe taking them off, who knows. Just a really great cover for many, many reasons. So this is number 1 on my list. So this has been my photo cover challenge. And if you want to participate and show some of the photo covers in your collection, you can do so and take part, and we'll all watch your videos by using the hashtag #PhotoComicCover and Friday Comic Challenge. Okay, so those 2 hashtags I'll link them at the top. You'll see it in the title of this video, the 2 hashtags, and you can use those 2 hashtags, and I'll watch your video. Other people will watch your videos, and we can kind of have some fun in the community. And I recommend, if you know other channels that have really great comics and really great stuff that they could potentially show, encourage them to take part in this challenge, please. Like I want more people to get involved in this fun. I'm trying to do it once a week, make up cool ideas each time, and I'm hoping that more channels will get involved, and it'll be kind of a fun activity that everybody in the community can enjoy. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below of maybe some future ideas that I can use for future challenges. So thanks again for watching. Bye for now.